This show was made possible with the continued support of the Spades Partners affiliate program. Hello friends, Jay Todd here reporting from the floor of IGB affiliate Barcelona. Yes, this is a massive event. More on that in just a moment. I wanted to lead off the show by saying, hey, it's been a week since Trump was inaugurated and the world hasn't ended yet. Of course, I'm filming this a week in advance, so maybe it'll end in that time, but I'm guessing that if it does, you probably won't be watching this video, so it's really kind of moot. Anyway, I don't care one way or another about Mr. Trump. I just was trying to inject a little humor into the show. Okay, IGBA Barcelona. I got my cheat notes down here because I don't have my regular script because I'm traveling. They're estimating this show has about 8,000 affiliates attending it. Yeah. But if you look behind me, you'll notice it's not really that crowded. And that's not to say that the show isn't massive with a lot of attendees. It is. It's just that this venue is so much larger than the last venue in the UK that there's a lot more room to spread out. And they are planning on some exponential growth over the next 5 years. I will say that ICE, which is going on that way, is probably 1/3 larger than it used to be at the old building there, and there's so much more room for growth. So I mean, it's got, I think between IGBA and ICE, they expected 55,000 people attending. That's bigger than a lot of cities, some where I grew up. So what do you know? Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, TikTok. Everyone's kind of concerned about that. I know some webmasters kind of use that as a marketing extension of their marketing. And everyone was worried, of course. There's a thread in the GPWA, and that thread talks about the upcoming TikTok ban, which Trump has now pushed back like 75 days, I think. So obviously that thread was started prior to that announcement, but I'm sure it's being updated with current comments. So if you're interested in using TikTok or it's important to your business, that might be a resource you want to take advantage of. And speaking of the forums, there's also a thread over there on affordability checks coming to America. I believe it's Massachusetts is considering, via legislation, implementing their own form of affordability checks. Now, I don't know how similar those will be to the UK's affordability checks, which are just a complete nightmare. But you might want to check that out too, because if those affordability checks do come to America, you know there's a tendency for a state to copycat one another, and so it could spread across America too. That's something to look forward to. And I mentioned that story so that I can segue into a story that was sent to me a few weeks ago that you also might want to check out on the UK affordability checks, where a gentleman was betting on average about 16 pounds per year and somehow got caught up in this affordability check nightmare that's going on over there. And you just need to go read it. New customer offer sent me. The GPWA member, new customer offer, sent that to me, and I just wanted to let you know that I didn't forget about you. I just was waiting, because that's it's less hard news and more of a feature story. I was waiting to work that into the show where it would be a nice segue and fit in with the other stories, and the Massachusetts story provided that segue for me. Okay, so that's all I've got for you in part one of the show. We're gonna take our break, and when we come back, stay tuned. I'll be in a different jacket. We'll take a walk around the event. Hello, friends, and welcome back to APCW Perspectives. You may have noticed I'm in the same spot as yesterday, just the camera's tilted at a slightly different angle. And I'm here instead of doing my usual walk around because, well, some things have transpired, and I'm not going to be doing my usual walk around and joke with people this year. I'll explain why in just a moment. Up first, take care of a little business. What's back there? Oh, what is that? Oh, it's the newest edition of the GPWA Times magazine, and this one is called iGaming's Future. Yeah, so I think from the title you can probably figure out what some of the articles are about. It has the Gen Z, engaging Gen Z and millennials right here. And what else does it have in it? It's got photos from SBC Summit and Sigma Europe, and it's got a article on mobile strategy. So yeah, and of course, it's got the advertisement for APCW right up front with yours truly. You can pick up your digital copy by visiting gpwatimes.org, and I highly recommend you do. Okay, we have. I just want to let you know that while I was here, I did actually work some. We did some interviews yesterday with KNG Partners and Playfina, and you'll be seeing those in the next few weeks or months. And today I have scheduled Fortune Jack, VL Partners, Boomerang, Rewards, maybe more. Plus, I did interviews at ICE with Income Access and SBC events. So you'll be seeing those as well. Okay, so not doing a walk around this year. If you've been watching my shows for the past couple months, you know that I've shared some stuff about my mom, and unfortunately, while I was here, Mom passed away last night. So it was difficult to hear, and you know, of course, it impacts you when you lose someone close to you, even if you knew it was coming and you kind of expected it. I just wish it had not happened while I was here. But in truth, she had been, you know, outliving when they said she was gonna outlive, and she seemed like she was okay. But after I got here, she took a turn for the worst and rapidly deteriorated. And even if I would have left right when I got the news, there was just no way that I was gonna be able to make it home in time. And now I'm kind of trapped here and feeling helpless, and my family's back home dealing with this alone. And that's really what gets to me, is that I've got family back there and I can't do anything to help them. But I am traveling home Friday, a couple days from now. I could not change my flight. They could not accommodate me. So funeral arrangements will be on Monday of next week. And that means that by the time you're watching this, the service will probably be over, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm not going to make this into something sad. I'm trying to look at this in a very positive light. Yes, it hurts, but I was blessed to have my mom for as long as I did. Some people don't get that. Some people lose their moms early. I did not. My mom lived a good life, and her kids loved her, and we stayed in touch till she took her last breath. So I love you, Mom, and won't be long. With both my parents gone, I guess I moved to the front of the line. I'm next, but not yet. Not yet.